Hey everyone, welcome to the Bible Belt Bros podcast. Today, we're going to talk about our favorite topic, besides Jesus, of course.
Fantasy football?
No, okay. Our third favorite topic, which would be, well, let's just start off, Andrew, by talking about Fortnite.
Wow.
It's been a while since we've had a Fortnite rant.
Wow. It's been a long while.
Well, so backstory, I don't know if you've actually said this on the podcast, but Andrew, you've kind of given up playing the video games for your spiritual health. Is that right?
Yes. That and family health. And I say that video games, I've actually been playing Roblox.
Oh.
On computer.
So that doesn't count but you're playing that at work.
I do.
Right? So
Yeah, usually when I'm home, I'm not in the office anymore. I was playing Xbox was my drug of choice. And I was just playing it, for 4 or 6 hours a day. Usually in the morning, as soon as I'd wake up, I go straight in there. I'd first read my Bible.
Oh, yeah.
It's the first thing I do every morning.
Get that 30-second nap out of the way.
And then I would go into the office and just play nonstop until I had to leave for work. I would then go to work. Sometimes I didn't go to work, and I would stay home all day and play. Then I would go to work and come home, and then I would get right on the Xbox again.
Well, you asked me to join this game that was so, what's the word? It was one of those games that it's constantly...
Oh, Ark.
Ark, yeah. It's constantly things are happening, whether you're online or not.
Yes.
And so to keep up with everybody, to make sure your stuff's not stolen or you're not raided, you had to be online. And
yeah.
You got friends in, like, Australia that would be online while you're asleep, so they protect, like...
Yeah,
it was pretty intense.
Yeah, it was a great game. I loved it. I mean, I was good at it. Very good at it.
We had some friends that went to college, and one of the first games that came out like that was called, I think, EverQuest.
Yes.
And they just got so, focused on that game, they stopped going to class and stuff, and then they end up...
Getting kicked out.
Yeah, getting kicked out. So, video games can be so immersive. It's
very consuming.
Very consuming.
So, especially once you get those immersive games, I mean, your life is over.
I like playing Fortnite. I still do. The problem is everybody's gotten better since you've stopped playing Fortnite.
Right?
And I only play like an hour. I played for an hour last night. So I played, and an hour is basically 2 or 3 rounds, depending on how long you last.
And each round's about 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah, each round's about 15 or 20 minutes. The problem is I don't play enough to even, 2 or 3 rounds. That's just getting my bearings together. Like, I'm just finally getting to where, I'm getting my movements, timing together, and then I quit, So I'm never actually getting any better at the game, but everybody else is playing, especially through the summer. You have all these kids and stuff that are just gaming all summer long.
So essentially, equate this to working out. You're just getting to the sweat stage.
Right. Okay,
you're not burning any fat.
I did the warm up, the little jog.
Yeah.
And then I leave, and I don't actually do the workout.
So you never get into the fat burning stage.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is, Andrew. And so, that's been the frustrating part with me is I'm pretty. You thought I was trash before, Andrew. I am so much more trash now. And then the game's constantly changing. Every time I log on, there's a new game. There's a new weapon of choice. There's a new a landing spot. It's just always change. It's so much.
I know.
It's just.
I still watch it. I still watch the YouTubers who make the videos and all that.
I watch the YouTubers all the time,
man.
And that's fine. That's because when you play Fortnite now, you have to be so much try-hard mode and so much focus on getting your movement. It's it's not that it's not fun. It's just it's not a casual game anymore. It's not just jump on and run around and shoot some people. It's not that anymore.
No.
It is dadgummit, we're getting this victory royale, which it's been a while since I've ever had one of those because I also don't have friends that play with me. Just my son Carson, who's 10 and plays on the Switch, and so It's basically me versus everybody. It's just terrible. Anyways, so small rant over.
I mean, I would play squads and still get the victories as a solo. So what's your problem?
Not now, though. That's what I'm saying. Not now, because 10-year-olds who don't play on the Switch are a little better now.
I'd have to give it a try. One of these days, I'll just jump on and I'll jump into Mech Warrior.
You'll text me a picture. Oh, for 1 round in Victory Royale.
Exactly.
First game of the night. Yeah, that'd be.
And then I'll be like, what were you ranting about, Dustin?
I would uninstall the game. I would uninstall it. I would uninstall it on my PlayStation, I'd uninstall it on my Xbox, and I'd uninstall it on my PC. It's on everything. It's a free game, guys. Just get it. Recently, Fortnite had their World Cup, and you've probably heard by now that was he 16-year-old kid?
Sounds about right.
15 or 16, won the first place prize in the solo competition, which was for a grand total of $3 million pot. And now everybody's like flipping out. Like, how can some silly video game player make $3 million when our troops overseas only make 30? You know what I mean?
30?
I don't know how much you guys make.
That was a lot. That's a lot.
That is a lot. Okay. 30 maybe if you're, I don't know.
A little higher up.
A little higher up than where I would have.
Yeah, but good for this kid. I mean, he put in the time. He beat the best in the world. Well, I say that. Some of the best didn't even qualify for it.
Yeah, but he's still, like, the amount of people, I can't remember how many, let's see if I can look that up.
He beat everybody at the tournament, and there were some good people in this tournament. I mean, the best, like Ninja, weren't in this tournament. Fresh Asian, who's Australia's top, he got beat out. But yeah, this kid, he continuously finished well, except for when he got like 80-something place in the second round.
Right, and so that was one of the things is you don't actually have to win every game. There's a point system of playing, and he played that point system very well.
That's exactly what he did. I mean, his first game, yes, he got the Victory Royale, and he had high kill counts. But he was very aggressive that first game. Did you watch it live?
I did not watch it live. See, I watched the highlights.
That's what I watched all 3 rounds live, and he was very aggressive.
I was actually trying to play Fortnite during the World Cup because I figured all these tryhards are probably watching online instead of playing. So I was like, I'm going to get my Victory Royale, yes! And I didn't, but yeah.
No, because they're wanting to imitate. They were probably watching and playing.
Yeah, there was that option to, while you're playing, there was a split screen that popped up with the World Cup finals going on.
Dude.
Epic knows what they're doing.
They do.
Like, there was 200 people that qualified, more than 200 top Fortnite players that qualified for the New York City. I don't see stats on how many people entered the contest, but I believe it was in the hundreds of thousands. Because I could enter the contest.
Yeah.
Like they have events where you can qualify to make it into there. So it was hundreds of thousands of people qualified. So this guy beat out hundreds of thousands of people eventually to win $3 million. It wasn't like one day they showed up, played video games together, and a winner got $3 million. It wasn't anything like that.
No.
What happened? What they had is they had a solos competition and they had a duo competition, and there was $30 million top prize for both competitions.
Right.
So the solo kid.
There was also the freestyle.
There was a what?
Freestyle.
What was that?
That's creative mode.
But
where obstacle run.
It was like a time trials stuff?
I think yes.
I
don't know if it's time trials. I think it was more obstacle for time. So complete this obstacle course. Death runs.
Like death runs.
What it is.
Okay, yeah.
Death runs.
That's cool because that's a big thing right now. Instead of, if you're not good at shooting people, you can go and try to do an obstacle course.
Yeah.
And Carson loves doing those.
Yeah,
things.
Scissor won. Scissor's
of course,
team.
He builds the hardest ones.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was Scissor's team. They won the creative mode.
So there was over $30 million of prizes given out at this Fortnite World Cup. And so every player that qualified just to be there guaranteed $50,000. So what I'm telling Carson is stop reading books, you idiot.
Right.
And start playing Fortnite on a PC.
Yes.
And get better because you don't even have to be first place. Like if you're the top 200, 300 people, you can get guaranteed $50,000.
You get, 1 year's salary essentially.
And people are like, how do they make so much money, yada, yada, yada. If you go to their YouTube page, so the people that just watch the events, this is not counting Fortnites. Like they did spotlights for everybody. They did qualifier videos to like show people, which all of them have over 250,000 views. The actually event videos starting at day 1 was 1 million views, and then there's another video with 8.2 million views, and there's Fortnite World Cup day 2 was 7.3 million views, and the finals day was day 3, which has currently 12 million views on YouTube, which if you know anything about YouTube, those views are going to continue to go up, so Fortnite is continuing to get ad money off of this event, which if you count all those days for the finals combined, you're looking at 28 million views just in this one set of days, which when you look at, people complaining about the Women's World Cup soccer and stuff, their highest ever for one match was 25.4 million viewers at the World Cup final this year. So Fortnite had more viewers than the World Cup final. Women's final. Yes. Probably not the men's because that's also a national thing, which is insane. But
think about that. That's national. Fortnite is international. So that you have the whole entire world watching these Fortnite World Cup finals. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot more money in that because it's international. It's the entire globe where women's soccer is U.S. only.
Like women's sports is one of those things where they're getting paid less than the men's sports, and I get that, especially if the women's soccer is having way more success than the men's soccer team. But NBA and WNBA is the same kind of setup, and then people freaking out about like I'm working my butt off all year round and I don't even make what a qualifier made in this thing. It's just people are just like, this is unfair, yada yada yada. And in some aspects it is, but it's also a supply and demand issue.
I don't think it's unfair. I think they're all overpaid, women and men.
Well, yeah, sports in general is just overpaid.
So.
Because what they do is they just raise our ticket prices
right.
And then they pay them more. So really, they could just pay them less, still be way above everybody else, and then I could enjoy a game once in a while. But yeah, that's neither here nor there. Have you ever been to a WNBA game?
No. Why would anybody go to that?
Shay and I got free tickets once.
Okay, well, there's a reason.
We've been able to get free tickets. They're always free tickets.
Right. There's always. If you're just trying to waste your night,
we were like, okay, I've never actually been. So, I would say this: the production quality and everything was great. The arena probably should have been in a high school gym, and that the atmosphere would have been better. Kind of like the arena football team. When we had arena football, we had it in a smaller convention center.
Right.
So packed, so loud, sold out all the time.
All the time.
Then we moved into the BOK Center, this bigger stadium kind of thing,
and it sucked.
It was quiet. It's harder to be loud. So your atmosphere lost, and then the team ended up leaving because of lack of support. But I'm like, you guys.
I don't think it was just lack of money management, actually.
Yeah, not
support. I think it was embezzled, actually.
Oh, it wasn't embezzled? Yeah. Oh, that's another thing.
Yeah.
And so I went to the WNBA game, and we thought it'd be cool. And like the production of it, like the intro videos, the music, all of that was just like being at a Thunder game. But the excitement, of the crowd and everything was not even close. Like there was just like, everybody, let's go, blah, blah, blah. And they're like pumping it up, and nobody's even participate. Like it's just a different animal. And so we left right after halftime. We're like, okay, we've experienced a WNBA game, never going back again. I'm nothing against girls. We just had girls on our podcast last week. So if you're still listening, there's nothing against you guys. Just my wife agreed. It's boring. It's boring. Now, I did watch the World Cup final, and I never watched soccer, and I thought that was exciting. But
I watched soccer, and I didn't even watch that.
You didn't watch it? No. I thought I don't watch enough soccer to compare the quality, but I just thought, man, there's so many missed passes, but there's probably so many missed passes like in the men's.
Not really.
Not really.
The passes are usually spot on.
But there were so many times I was like, how did you miss that?
Now, was it a missed pass or was it a leading pass? Were they leading a runner?
Yeah, leading a runner.
So that's not necessarily a missed pass.
But, like, way off. Leading a runner out of bounds.
Oh, no, I'd have to.
But like I said, I don't watch enough soccer to compare that quality of that. And, like, I would assume that it's, like, with most women's sports compared to men's sports, it's just a slower game. And so, like, basketball is just a slower, like, fast breakness of it. You know, it's just a slower game. The totals aren't as high, which is soccer. I mean, the total number of points you don't really need to care about.
So there was actually a U16 team that had scrimmaged the women's World Cup team and beat them.
Yeah.
So that kind of shows the difference between men and women.
That's like when the JV basketball team played the high school girls in the scrimmage, and we beat them as well.
Yeah,
and you were supposed to.
Right.
You're like, you can't lose to a girl. I'm like, but I'm in 8th grade and I'm playing these high school senior. No, we crushed them.
Exactly.
That's the only time I was able to play. I wasn't even a starter. They're like, you go play the girls. So, which brings us to transgender. No, I'm joking.
Oh my!
Because what I'm saying is, I could probably play in the WNBA.
Are you saying? Did you just come out as transgender?
No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
You just came out as transgender on our podcast.
I'm just saying.
This one is getting a lot of views.
I'm just saying it would be convenient. If I wanted to make millions.
Hold on, I gotta send a tweet.
He just sent a tweet. Does he just said he's trending? I did not say. I was just saying if I was, I would be a millionaire playing in the WNBA right now.
No, you said that.
But there's so many. Like, there's not UFC fighters, but MMA fighters that are dominating the sport. But yeah, you're a boy.
Right.
So you should. Your bone structure is made up differently. Like, it's just different. So, anyway. Oh, man. Back to Fortnite, man. Yeah. So, get your kids to stop reading books. They're stupid. Playing video games.
Take them out of school.
Take them out of school. Ninja freaking updates. And he has 20 million followers himself. But he gets every video that he's posted in the last 3 months is over 1 million views. And actually, you can just keep going down. Every video he ever posts is
he's not
over
a
YouTuber
views. Though.
Yeah, he's not even a main
Those are low
YouTuber.
numbers.
That's just a side gig for him. He's making money. He makes money just
he just edits his live content and throws it on here.
Yeah. Yeah, they're all 16-minute videos. Just cut up. Very little editing, just highlight videos. But you know what I mean. But like that guy, anytime he throws, I would be throwing highlights all day. But anytime he throws a highlight video, it's another 1 million views, another 2 million views, another 3 million views.
Yeah, well,
more people
has more.
It just says that more people are interested in that entertainment than watching an NBA game at this point. Like, he can make more money than an NBA franchise can make. Based on just uploading YouTube videos every day.
So imagine if the NBA had the same mentality and used the YouTube realm.
Or the NFL. Like, the NFL still wants you to pay $400 to be able to watch every game except for your local games.
Right. Which is BS.
And it was like, but you could make that by just putting ads on your stream.
Yeah.
And just stream the games free.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous.
And then upload it to YouTube and continue making money for years and years to come.
I don't know. It's one of those things. I can't believe that some of those events are still like pay-per-view fights for UFC. I don't know why that's still a thing. Like,
right? I don't know why pay-per-view
understand. Yeah, it just
is a thing.
We don't live in that world anymore. Wake up, people.
Yep.
But I mean, as long as people are still paying it,
yeah,
then they get a guaranteed money. But like you said, like I have a tweet that I sent, just a reply to somebody, just being funny, and I'm still getting likes on it, and that was 3 months ago. You know what I mean? Like, people still just come back to your content over and over and over again.
Yep.
Sometimes they'll watch it multiple times. It don't matter. You still get the view. You still get the click. You still get the download. So if you want to do that to our podcast, just listen to it multiple times, just so we get some extra downloads. That'd be
put
great.
it on replay mode.
Just put them on, put
Loop.
it on a playlist, and just go to sleep and hit play.
There you go.
Because we have so much advertising here.
Then we'll upload all this to YouTube.
Then we'll upload it all to YouTube. Well, actually, we are getting. I bought a table. I'm thinking about getting a new camera to start doing some YouTube funnies. Do some games. I got a shot collar and some Bible trivia. I think that'll be fun, Andrew.
Heck yeah! Well, I'm using the cattle prod.
What? Nope. No.
Sneak that.
So
in
we
there.
do have some ideas of getting more content out there on YouTube as well. Some live streaming, maybe. I don't know. I don't trust us for live streaming because you never know what fish will say. He's the problem.
Listen.
He's the reason we don't
came
live
out
stream.
transgender.
And you know what? I'm going to leave that in a podcast. I'm not going to edit that out. It's funny. It's whatever.
All right. Well, let's go wrap it
Not
up.
that I am. Let the record show.
No.
Not that I am transgender. I'm just saying.
You can't back this up now. You came out 5 minutes ago, and now you're like, wait. I'm not transgender, by the way. No,
wait. Let the record show. I was just saying, worst came to worst, and I couldn't get a job. I could become a WNBA athlete.
And your name is going to be Caitlin.
Remember? Did you used to do that in middle school? Like, what's the girl name? Like,
no, I don't do that stuff.
A for Andrew, so you'd be like Amanda.
Why not Andrea?
Or Andrea.
Seeing that's literally one letter apart.
Because I'm not smart enough, Andrew, to figure that out on the fly. But I think, what was that? People would call me Dustina, but I don't know if that's a real name.
But no, I don't ever want to know what I would be like as a female. I'm not doing these face app things where I look like a female, Dusty.
Dude, I'm so ugly as a female. Ugh.
Dude, you're ugly as a male.
Yeah. Okay.
That's why we don't do live streams.
That's why.
That's the truth.
That's the truth. Because we're ugly.
Dusty is ugly.
I'm ugly.
All right. Let's wrap it.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. We appreciate it. Feel free to like and subscribe to this podcast.
Smash that button.
Smashing that button. We appreciate it. For those of you that have been asking about being on the show, we'll get to you.
Do you still want to be on it after this podcast?
Yeah. Maybe it opens up a new topic series or new opportunities for us, Andrew. We're
just going to get people to come out on our show. Dusty is our first.
We won't exploit you, we promise. If you accidentally say that you're transgender as well. I'm just saying, I'm looking for easy money nowadays. And that would be some easy money. Wait a minute. I need to stop. I need more coffee. All
right. Take it easy, guys.
See ya.